Yo,
Hey,
yo.
sorry,
Tradition like not a
my
good tradition.
microphone came unplugged there, so I had to scramble to get my whiteboard up there. But thank you guys for joining us. A little bit of a lean time in the sports world. Um, well, we did have Wednesday football for
Well, if you
some
want to,
reason.
if you want to call it that,
Yeah, if that can be construed as professional football, then yeah, I guess.
men
Weird
were
times, weird
men
times.
were men were paid to be on that field for 60 minutes. So yeah, I guess so.
Paid handsomely. I mean, these
Yeah,
are
quite.
professionals.
Yes.
But good job, NFL. Uh, you all roads led to this. Just thinking that you could just handle this and go by the seat of your pants. This is what we got. But
Yeah.
thank you guys for joining us. Definitely hit the link. Hit us up in the comments. Tyler, how was your Wednesday?
Oh, it's good. Got to watch quite a bit of that again football question mark. I'll just say this
Gridiron football.
before we even get into the game. NBC made the right call by putting the lighting of a Christmas tree on in prime time instead of this.
Oh,
Uh,
100%.
so,
That
but you know what? All in all, good Wednesday again. A little bit lean times. We'll get into whatever news we have here. But Ronnie, how was your Wednesday?
just yeah, we got little like bits and pieces for you guys, but it was nice. Saw that whatever that was start, and Steelers still undefeated.
They
All
are.
right,
This
whatever.
is true.
But it looked like a mess when I left the house. I went to go play golf. Got to the golf course. People were like diligently watching it. Like big money was on the line. I don't know. But I was like, this is off-putting. Like that you care that much about like this. This is a mess. And
Yeah.
then finished the round, and people were still like, yeah, no. I was like, this is that's the power of football. I mean, NFL football. That's why they are how they are.
I
But
guarantee you,
I get it.
Ronnie, one of those guys is the one that sent that email to Roger Goodell about the ending of the Seahawks Eagles game. I guarantee it.
Uh, oh man, I'm gonna have to see if I can dig up a screenshot of that on the fly here. But yes, the Seahawks game and all the controversy about the spread, pretty hilarious. Like,
Oh God, yeah.
definitely check it out on Twitter.
Yes.
But everyone said it's a huge setup. The NFL was just trying to burn everyone. The refs were in on it. Okay, probably not. It's just probably a bad football game. Like,
It ended with a Hail Mary and a 2-point conversion. Look, why Philly went for the 2-point conversion, I don't know, but I don't think it's a big gambling conspiracy,
I will
even though
concede that. I will concede that in the very long email that this guy allegedly sent directly to Roger Goodell. He was like, no one would goes for two there. Like, why would you do that? I was like, yeah, I don't know. But the the best part was, I will include my Venmo, and I hope you make this right. Like, is Goodell just gonna cash you out? No, dude. Like, what? Good
yeah,
times. Good times.
it was just for further expansion. It was some guy that lost a bet because he took the Seahawks minus 6.5 points. That last second Hail Mary and 2-point conversion by the
Everyone
Eagles.
got burned on that.
Yeah, that made the Eagles lose by 6. From what I saw from Vegas and online betting, like some absurd, like 90% of people took the Seahawks minus 6.5. So the house won, as the house tends to do. And yes, some guy got really mad and sent an email to Roger Goodell demanding his money back, and because of this giant NFL conspiracy.
Play the safe bet like me.
Boom! There it is. Look at that.
16 Jets. Come on.
Look at that.
I mean, this is what we're dealing with. So,
No, please get that off screen.
woo! I think we're in good
Please,
hands. But
please get that off screen.
just bet responsibly. Like I said, everything is entertainment purposes. Only I cannot guarantee
Of course, please
anything
believe
that is said on this program at all. But if you're really hammering that Seahawks 6.5, I don't
Sorry,
know,
bro.
dude.
I don't know what's
Kind of on you. It's kind of
their
on you.
their defense isn't good. I'll just say that their defense isn't good.
No, they're not. They are historically, I believe, like the worst secondary ever in the NFL, or at least they were like 2 weeks ago.
Right.
So I don't know if that's shuffled back down, but whatever. Couple little odds and ends here. We do have
Oh God.
Russ going to the district. You know what? I'm glad they went back to those uniforms, but
Sure.
the Bullets was such a better name
Agreed.
than the
100%.
Wizards.
100%.
The Wizards, it's just dumb. I mean, yes, you have all right alliteration. Okay, whatever, but it
Washington
just
Walruses.
yeah. Bullets was a dope name, but
Yep.
this all right. Good luck, Rockets. I don't know. I mean, John Wall is a very good player and
A very hurt player as well.
a very hurt player, and I guess you got to make the contracts match up, but you got what you wanted, Russ. Have fun with that. I really don't know. Beyond that, I don't see how this really makes any kind of sea change in
Well,
either conference.
on a bigger scale, I don't know if it makes a change. I mean, obviously, I think it's better for Washington because they actually have a player that can play. You know, John Wall, notoriously always hurt, coming off a really
Well,
bad Achilles injury.
that's an upgrade.
I mean, they have that. You know, again, I don't know if it makes a big deal. Maybe they, can sneak into like a bottom playoff spot. Maybe, I don't know. But it's a bad contract being traded for a bad contract with a horrible Achilles injury. That's all this is.
Yeah, and I mean, let's like really just be realistic here with the Westbrook contract. Like, there's only so many ways you can go with that. Like, the money is already like it's guaranteed, so you can't just take that on without matching or making it work numbers wise. So it was gonna kind of be this way anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I know Harden was really angling to get Westbrook there in Houston in the first place, which I thought was a horrendous idea, and we saw how it worked out. It didn't, but couple actually comments to that effect. We got no ID Justin checking in. Bradley Beal is probably pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would assume so, because also I saw this tweet, which was pretty great. Bradley Beal when he's wide open and Westbrook doesn't pass, just laying down on the ground. Just lay down. Yeah. But
the one thing I'm looking forward to out of this though is the eventual, now that he's in Houston, the John Wall, Paul Wall matchups we get going. Paul Wall, come back to us. We need you back. Get out there, get some of that John Wall, Paul Wall love. How about that?
What it do, baby?
People's champ.
Let's be Bradley Bealistic here. Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you're the Rockets, what did you think was going to happen, though? Like, you went all in, and it clearly was not going to work, and now you're dealing with the fallout. And to a certain extent, the stance they've taken, I kind of respect, because they're just like, we're not just going to give guys away. Like, we already signed the contract. Like,
sure.
We're not just going to bend over and be like, oh, yeah, it was cool when I thought we were going to win, but now we're not winning. I'm out. Like, no, dude, that's not how it works.
Yeah, I really love that Houston is basically just telling Harden, like, all right, look, we tried it your way with your players. Now here's John Wall and Boogie Cousins. Make it happen.
I mean, a great Kentucky team.
Absolutely.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah, Kentucky 2008. That's just killing it right there.
Just touching on some of the comments. Of course, Nick, suck at mosquitoes. Nick, again, you play to win the game. Hello, you play to win the game. And Bo, shout out to Bo. Hey,
what's up, Bo?
Baron checking in. can't believe that jockey fell off that damn horse. Weirdly sort of fitting to this picture here that we're actually looking at right now.
This is true.
But, and the last one here from Justin as well. If this was 2012 and not 2021, Wall, Harden, and Boogie would win a title. I agree.
100%. 100%.
Here we are in 2020/21. And that's what you got. But it's really, it all falls on the Rockets. I thought the whole concept of that was so dumb from the beginning. And, well, you got to wear it now. So good luck.
Yeah, and just shoot to other NBA news that I'm sure you'll be a little bit more happy about. The Lakers did sign LeBron to a 2-year, $85 million extension, taking him through the 2022-2023 season. From everything I'm reading right now, it's pretty much just kind of not an if, but when they're going to get the Anthony Davis max deal. Probably going to be happening in the next couple of days, I would imagine. So your Lakers looking good, man. Looking good.
I think they're primed to possibly repeat. I don't know. I mean, I know AD is coming back. He really honestly seems like he's more comfortable being the second banana guy to LeBron. Like post-game, pre-game, whatever, everything is directed at LeBron, and you're just like the next best player. Right. Probably even at this point, maybe a better player, but he doesn't like the shine of it. So at some point he has to grow into that. But obviously LeBron was going to re-sign, and AD I think will re-sign. I've heard rumblings that he's holding off. Like, oh, what if we get Giannis? Like, all right, that's maybe pushing it a little too far.
Right.
Even as a Laker fan, like, it would be great, but also would probably destroy the whole league. So just don't need that. But I think the Lakers have made all the right moves in this offseason, considering what they have to offer, draft pick wise, like cap space wise. They've done everything correctly. So not really surprised, but everyone's going to cash in, and especially LeBron, who, is the king of like the just wait and see, because next year you can make this much more. Like, he's already played that game several times. So not surprised, but am encouraged by the Lakers situation.
Yeah, and I hate the Lakers situation, so we'll just go with that.
Hey, but you got Whiteside.
This is my guy. Got young chef side. That's
young
true.
Chef side.
Your Lakers team cannot match my Kings when it comes to entertainment.
Social media wise, no. LeBron sucks at social media. Like,
yeah,
I can't. And don't even get me started on Kuzma. Just
oh God!
delete your account, Kuzma, on everything, because I can't even take it.
Here's some shoes, fool. Here's some shoes. All right, cool. Thanks.
Cool, dude. This is how you show up to the arena. And you went like 2 for 18. All right, cool. Like, really, really happy you had that Instagram post. Great.
Yep.
But a couple other little odds and ends. We had Champions League. Now that I'm on a little semi-furlough, got to enjoy that during the day.
Yeah.
And Kavici, my guy. And then they lost, but this was probably the best Champions League game I've seen in, I'd have to say, like 2 or 3 years at least. Great hat trick. I can't play the video, as you know, entertainment purposes only, but
of course.
It's just, I texted Tyler during the day. I was like, sometimes everything just happens. Like, you can do no wrong. And this guy was just like out of his mind. He was just, everything was hitting.
Yeah.
It got the hat trick on a free kick. That was great.
Yeah, all shots from outside the box. I loved the second one where he did that quick cut back to his left and then went top corner on the other side. Just, absolutely amazing shots there. like I said, unfortunately, his team, Başakşehir, loses to RB Leipzig 3-4. I think
At the
Başakşehir
death.
was pretty much already out anyways. So they were just kind of playing for pride at this point in time. But yeah, big effort by him. Like you said, I think you had told me he'd only scored like two goals in European competition prior to this game.
In all European competition, had 2 goals coming in, got a hat trick in this game.
Yeah.
And honestly, I saw the 3rd goal live, and even the announcers, and I was listening on Spanish commentary.
That's the way to listen to it. That's the way to listen to it, first of all.
Well, I don't have CBS Sports channel, whatever it's on now. They have that deal, but even I could tell they were like, he's going to score. And like you had that same feeling. Like he was just so nice on the day. It was like, dude, he can't miss right now. And boom, off the bottom of the post and in for the 3rd goal for the hat trick. Have a day. Like that was I don't know anything about this team, but when you see someone just going off like that, it's kind of like that zone thing. You can't really describe it, but that's it. Like he was just right there. Like like everything he was doing was just gonna hit.
Yeah, I mean, as far as the team goes, Başakşehir, they've just kind of come up the last couple of years in the Turkish league. They're not exactly favorites among a lot of people because they're one of those state-run teams, which it's kind of one of those things where we were talking before the show. Ronnie's like, "There's no way you could pull that off here in the U.S."
Soccer is weird. All right, don't get me wrong. I mean, there's a lot of things that I won't dive into at this point in time. Yes, sure. I get it, but I was just appreciating the individual performance. I was like, this guy is going off right now. Like when you see it, if you played any sport, it doesn't matter what it is. Like you've seen it. Like either you've been there or you've played with someone that's just like they can't miss. It's kind of a special thing just to like witness it as it's happening.
Yeah, and then of course, because they played in the early session today, then in the later session, Olivier Giroud goes up and puts up 4 goals for Chelsea. He's can't have the attention to on one of those smaller teams. Can't. Let's
taking the shine off my guy.
Yeah, Chelsea, and actually he scored all the goals in the game against Sevilla today. So he did good for Chelsea. In fact, I think that win actually put them through to the next round as well. There's only 1 round left of group stage games, which will be next Tuesday and Wednesday. I think right now I said there's 9 teams that have already advanced through: Bayern Munich, Sevilla, Liverpool, Juventus, Porto, Barcelona, shout out Jaime, Man City, Borussia Dortmund, and Chelsea are through. We'll get into it maybe a little bit more next week, but there's actually some pretty interesting, important head-to-head matchups next week as far as the Champions League goes.
And yeah, making that last cutoff of like in or out, but just enjoyable to be able to see the last 2 days here. Normally I'd be at work, but as you know, I'm like I said, furloughed, whatever. Still happy to get a chance to see it, but I do want to address, as you saw on the sign here,
Jeez.
Wednesday afternoon football.
Oh boy!
I'm gonna pull up the. Let me see if I can get it, but didn't see too much of it. I guess I won.
Consider yourself lucky.
Football, but yeah, no, it was just very bad all around.
Yeah,
we got to see RG3 back out there running around.
Sort of, I guess.
Beyond that,
is that a good thing though? I mean, you didn't see the game. I did. Is that a good thing? That's the question.
Even the parts I saw, I was kind of like, I'm gonna leave. Like I'm out. Like I don't care that much. Like I care, but I don't care. But Steelers remain undefeated. True. Not happy about that. Hoping and praying at some point they will fall on their face and lose a game. And I'm going to asterisk them because, I can't. I'm a Dodger fan, so everyone's
Sure.
trying to throw the asterisk. You know what? If you guys go undefeated, you have it. Just enjoy it. But wow, very terrible game. It's so bad. It was so
Yeah.
bad.
Look, I said at the start of the show, like NBC made the right call by saying we're not going to put the NFL in prime time. We're going to put the lighting of a
Absolutely.
Christmas tree in prime time because that is more entertaining this game was. And the big question I have for it is, okay, Baltimore hadn't practiced in 10 days. They had like 19 players on the COVID list, including their starting quarterback. They're missing a lot of players. So I
had that holstered. I just wanted to see how you react.
the most appropriate time to bring it out, too. Here on a feeling, and I'm dancing in the dark. Yeah. But look, I know why Baltimore was bad. What is Pittsburgh's excuse? Like, you were still practicing. You weren't missing any players. How could you look so bad having 10 days to prepare for this game?
And their whole MO this whole time, I mean, look, I love Mike Tomlin. He does have giant eyes. There's no shying away from that, but
yeah, that's for sure.
he seems like a guy that really just like gets it done. Like, and then the best thing I saw earlier in the season when they asked him about like, well, how do you feel about not having a bye week? He's like, we don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Like dead, like straight face. I was like, that's my coach right there. I fuck
Sure.
with that. Like that's my
totally.
guy.
Totally.
But yeah, coming out flat like that. I mean, the team has been together. You haven't been shut down. So kind of, yes, you did enough to win the game. That's all that matters at the end, but just disappointing, certainly from a undefeated team so far.
Well, and Roethlisberger even said that in the post-game interview. Like, kind of his first words were just like, "Yeah, we were terrible. We were terrible." But look, I mean, it is the NFL. Like, this isn't college football. You're not trying to pad your resume. It's just win or lose, and that's it. And you move on. So
win in advance, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, rough game for Pittsburgh. We'll see if they bounce back. That's kind of been a big thing, man. Outside of that blowout against the Browns, like, when have they really looked good this year? Like, they look pretty good against Tennessee, I guess.
The thing I'll say in defense of Pittsburgh, and
here we go, Ronnie, Pittsburgh apologist. Here we go.
Record this now because I will never again. But you see, the Ravens are like the opposite of that. Like prime time, big game that they should like make a statement in, and they're just like, oh, even they lost that game, like. Yeah. Steelers have won everything that's put in front of them. Like they've won those games, so I can't bash them for that. But yeah, just kind of what you think you would get on a Wednesday afternoon. Like I don't know why anyone's surprised. That's where we're at. 2020.
We got that instead of Maction on a Wednesday. What did we do? What did we do to piss everybody off? Why are we getting this?
God. Bring back the action.
The action is what America needs right now. I can tell you that much.
It's the only thing that every person in this country, man, woman, and child, can get behind. It galvanizes the nation. But alas, now they're, relegated to Saturday, and nobody cares.
Yeah, that is kind of a weird thing. We were talking about a little bit before the show. Is like, kind of what was their thinking of only doing a couple weeks on the weekday? Because it's like people aren't really tuning in to watch them on a Saturday. Like, yeah, like on a Saturday morning, people are going to watch Clemson. They're going to watch Virginia Tech. They're going to watch some, East Coast school from Power 5 conference. Like, people aren't really tuning in to watch, Kent State versus Ohio on a Saturday morning. So, yeah, kind of wondering why they only did 3 weeks of action this year.
I think, kind of missed the boat there. A lot more opportunity. Like, if you just stick with that midweek action, you would just own the sports consciousness. But unfortunately, that's what it is. And, hey, I'm still – look, the dude went off on Saturday for 8 touchdowns. Amazing.
Right.
But it's just not the same. the game is not the same.
It's not. Well, actually, you know what? Speaking of college football, kind of before we jump off, there was just some college football news I saw today that apparently the Michigan State-Ohio State game is currently back on. I guess they've kind of worked out whatever testing issues they have there, so they are planning to play on Saturday. However, concerning for Ohio State is that now Michigan has COVID outbreaks within their team. They've shut down all practices, shut down everything. In fact, Michigan's already canceled their game against Maryland this weekend. So Ohio kind of need that Michigan game so they can meet the minimum number of games required.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I thought until this morning when the AD from Wisconsin, Barry Alvarez, who was kind of in charge of the committee that made the rules for the Big Ten to come back and play, basically said, you know what, if it'll help them get into the championship, we'll look at changing the rules so they can play in the Big Ten championship game. Which, I mean, sure, whatever.
But this is just, I mean, we already see like how differently the conferences are affected by the outbreaks, like different rules, whatever. But then also, we talked about it on Monday, like if something happened, the SEC would work it out. Like they have that sway. Like they'll just, now it's all good. Like, you could play again. And the same thing with like the big, they're just like, all right, well, it's good. Like, make some kind of change to the rules. Like, make it happen.
Yeah.
It's so confusing. Like, college sports right now are, I mean, basketball, fortunately, from what I've seen, it's very, they're going all the protocols, whatever. But football, the amount of money involved in that, you're already seeing the politicking going on. Just like, well,
100%.
They violated, but they're good. Like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, and I think at this point, if you're Alabama or Clemson or Notre Dame, and you're kind of seeing like, hey, people are like kind of bending everything they had set place so that way and so that way we can make sure that Ohio stays in the playoffs. If I'm one of those other three schools, I'm like, well, I'm not playing another game until the playoffs start then, because apparently it doesn't matter how many games you play. Right now we're undefeated, so why should we play any more games?
We're good.
If we're going to get in.
You guys will do the same thing for us, right?
Yeah, it's just biggest problem with the NCAA. It's just they left everything to the conferences instead of just having one unified leader. They're like, well, you guys can all figure it out, right? Doesn't matter if it's different. It's fine.
Yeah, it's going to get worse. Like, just trust me on that. It's going to get more. You're going to see even more shameful things than that happen. But everyone's pushing to that playoff, pushing to that TV deal. Like,
got to get that money, baby. Got to get paid.
And it's going to get more and more just like, what are you guys doing? Like,
a group of wise men once said, cash rules everything around me.
Cream. Mm-hmm. And also a couple comments here from Justin. Speaking of the Wu-Tang family, reminds me from rushing 10 TDs in a game. Also, 12 days to prepare the I mean, probably only need like 3. The Ravens look whack as hell right now. So
and who knows?
Even the Cowboys might scalp them.
Who knows if they're going to have Lamar back or I mean, I don't know, because look, Lamar hasn't looked great this year, but it was absolutely noticeable the difference between him and RG3 today. That's for damn sure.
100%. Even the very limited snapshot of the game that I saw, I was like, it's a little different, and they weren't even that good with him. Right. So now you just good luck.
Yeah.
But weird times. I know Tyler has a obligation here. Shout out to Patrice. He's going to jump on, so we're probably going to shut it down a little early tonight. But thank you guys for joining us. And as always, hit us up on Twitter. Hit us up in the comments. Hit the link. Call in. We'd love to hear from you guys.
Yeah, definitely. Ronnie, I don't know. Did you have anything else that you wanted to say before we get out of here? Real lean Wednesday here.
We're fighting for scraps right now.
We're hurting. We're hurting right now.
Help me, help you, the viewer. But no, that's pretty much a wrap on it. Thank you guys again, tuning in, commenting. Like, we love hearing from you guys, and we'll be back with you on Friday.
Yeah, definitely stick around here. Coming up at the bottom of the hour, we do have the book club for TV with Patrice. As Ronnie said, I will be guest starring on there, nerding out over the last couple episodes of the Mandalorian with her. So yeah, stick around for that at 8:30. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thanks for the comments, the questions. We love you. You guys know the drill. Keep the fire.